Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I'm the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something. You can hunt.
Have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Welcome back to another curated top 10 for the 18th of October 2018. Let's get into the hunts for today. The first one is Track My Subs. Take back control in this subscription-based world. Ain't that the truth? The ultimate subscription tracking and management tool for small businesses. Saved me $900 in the first month. Jesus Christ, somebody must have been paying out some serious subscriptions. Dale brought up a very interesting topic around this the other day. I think we discussed it briefly on the podcast. Anchor.fm/positive, and that was that those small little subscriptions can really add up, especially when you shift from like using local services to web services. You can be paying out as much as a mortgage per month on different services that you use just to keep the business going. And if you have lots of those like little subscriptions, it can be a nightmare to track them and monitor them. So this looks pretty good. Trackmysubs.com. Again, it probably has a cost to it. So you're tracking the cost of this sub and all the other ones that you're taking on board. Steam Keychain is next by Matt Rosen. This is kind of big for the Steam blockchain. So you might be aware of a name of a plugin for Firefox and Chrome. I'm not sure if it works on Safari, called MetaMask. MetaMask is like a plugin to connect using your login details to your private key, kind of similar to the way that you have a posting key on the Steam blockchain, but for Ethereum. So we don't have anything like we've never had a little plugin for the browser that allows us to log into different sites with our private posting key until this little plugin's come along called the Steam Keychain, which is super cool. You can put in your private posting key into this. Again, be very careful about where you get the plugin from and do all your due diligence before you actually plug this in, but it'll allow you to quickly grab your private key and use it in sites where it asks you for your private key. So it's an extension for accessing Steam enabled distributed applications for dApps or dApps in your normal Chrome browser. The extension injects the Steam Keychain API into every website's JavaScript context so that dApps can read from the blockchain. Very similar to MetaMask. So the way I use MetaMask is I log into that, and then I go to peepeth.com, and then that knows I'm logged into the Ethereum blockchain. Anything I post, and it uses my account and my balance to be able to do certain transactions. Although I think it's actually free now on Peepeth to post. Steam Keychain also lets the user create and manage their own identities. So when a dApp wants to perform a transaction and write to the blockchain, the user gets a secure interface to review the transaction before approving or rejecting it. Very cool. It's version 1.1.2. I kind of normally wait until they're kind of halfway through, like maybe a couple of months after it, just to make sure they've got over the majority of the bugs, because obviously something like this is exposing your key, so you have to be very careful about your keys. Parrot MKI 9000 is next. Control your music and telephone with just your voice. I've always liked Parrot's wireless technology for in the car for doing phone book retrieval and bringing certain friends, turning the volume up and down. Have a dedicated unit in the car to be able to do that, so I don't have to bring up my phone and look into the contacts and press a certain button. You can do it all on basically a little control on the dashboard, which just makes it a hell of a lot easier. Now with the MKI 9000 you can do that with your voice, which is crazy. The Parrot MKI 9000 is a Bluetooth hands-free kit without a screen, suitable for all types of vehicles. You can manage your music, playlist and your calls either with a simple remote that you can place under the steering wheel or directly with your voice. It couldn't be more discreet. This is cool. Like, I remember a friend of mine had one of these in the car, and it was like really easy for him to just, like, if you've got it like literally on your steering wheel, you can adjust everything with like muscle memory without even actually taking your eyes off the road, which is the whole point of having something as a helper in the car. Vero.eu next is this little product making water drinking water. Okay, got confused there for a minute. It looked like doubled up on the spelling. This is a little thing called the K9 Vero, and it's got a little bit of a pump system on it with a kind of handle on the side of it. It's also got a little red flag on there which says it's Swiss made. I've always grown up knowing that Swiss made stuff is reliable and lasts. I just hope that this product follows that trend. As you can see from the little photos, it's a little pump, and inside there it's got like a little filter system. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got like a little carbon filter system inside of it, so it steps through the water goes through that filtration system, and then I presume you can swap those out after a certain amount, and then you just literally pump it from like a lake or a river or a stream, and then it goes through the conversion process in the top, cleans out all the bacteria and turns it into drinking water. With it you can quickly treat up to 2 liters of water per minute. It's a hell of a lot actually, with less effort than you dream possible thanks to its dual piston technology. Choose between higher 2 litre minute output or lifespan extending 1 litre minute output. A trio of filters scrubs water to confidently purge the bad stuff. Activate a ceramic pre-filter with a quick turn to conquer dirtier water, so the durable glass fibre pleated filter lasts longer. Like, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you need water, this is like a perfect little tool to do that. Next up from 19 Labs, Gale, making healthcare accessible, smart, affordable telehealth 2.0 solutions. It's kind of bringing the healthcare box. You know, everybody's got like a box in their house with like plasters and all kinds of stuff in there. They're kind of bringing it up to date by making it connected. So the biggest one that I thought was really cool was this Gale Florence, which was a smart first aid kit. Compact telehealth solution with storage, first aid supplies and diagnostic devices, and they do a whole range. So they do the mini and the max for a healthcare kiosk. Very cool idea, because you know, you do run out of that stuff, and it does have like, some of that stuff has a expiry date, and you definitely want to keep on top of that stuff. So anywhere where they've got a an ability to improve and optimize having those things in your house, or even if you're like a doctor on the go who's like servicing maybe you've got a startup where you're bringing customers in to a dedicated like doctors or dentist department, somebody who's constantly on the go, knowing what they've got in their supplies, knowing when they used it last, and just tracking that. You know, wherever we track any of this stuff, we're optimizing it, we're saving money somewhere along the chain. J8 Atlas XDR is next. Look at this beastie. Deliver the largest and heaviest payloads from personal to science packages with the industry standard, with the industry's largest clear deck aboard the world's leading 8x8 amphibious platform. Like, we keep on getting like robots every single week on the site, and I have to say, some of them are lame, but some of them are really cool. This is really cool. I mean, look at this thing. This thing can pull 1,250 pounds, 570 kilograms in weight. Battery capacity 19.2 kilowatts, maximum land speed 20 miles an hour. I mean, just being able to shunt stuff around on the back of this, you could literally have this at the end of a, look at this military situation going on here. The Argo XDR controls, from line of sight radio control to autonomous mission programming. Look at the heavy spec on that laptop there. That tough buck is meant to be dropped, and it's fine with being dropped. Like, there's so many like advances in technology, it's impossible to keep up, really is. Solid Grey is next. This is a really cool little backpack, like nothing else. The lightweight hard shell backpack. I really dig the design of this. I really like the black one with the red straps on there. I think Dr. Disrespect should definitely have one of these. Revolutionary design, jam-packed with clever features for all your daily travels. Super strong. That's the most important thing about this, that it's absolutely strong. My only concern is it comfortable on the back? It looks a little bit too hardcore on the back of it, the shell. They do a polymer and aluminium series. Wow. Like, it is such a cool looking backpack. I can imagine a lot of Instagram influencers with these backpacks taking photos all around the world. Pretty badass though. Van Hawk's next, the gorgeous bike of the future. This is a stunning design. The bike with lights in its handlebars which indicate when you should turn left or right to get to your destination. That's nuts. Like, integrated GPS, like just following which way it's gonna flash, which way you gotta go. That's nuts. It means you can get like, move to Canada, sign up with a local weed shop, and then just have home and work in your bike, and then you're good to go. Doesn't matter what head state you get in. Look at that. That's absolutely fire. Keep your phone in your pocket and your eyes on the road. Our handlebar lights will guide you effortlessly. Valor's built-in GPS readjusts in real time. That's nuts. That's nuts to have that. A $2,000 bike with $5,000 of premium materials. Really nice website as well. It's so clean. I mean, look at that bike. That is a beautifully designed bike. And then there's all the fitness metrics. That's interesting to me, actually. Bike companies who are now like building iOS apps dedicated for the bikes that they build, because normally you would have an outside application for that, but actually cornering that fitness market with the equipment that you buy, the bike itself. That's new to me. I've not seen companies do that. That is a stunning bike. That is a stunning bike. If that was electric, if that had like an electric thing in the frame, like the next version of this, that would be the perfect bike to go. I love the red inflection on the wheels as well. Stunning bike, stunning website. Last two sites today. Crew, modern communications built for your workforce. If there was one thing I can tell you about working in a warehouse with a bunch of other staff, is that when you're doing shifts like 8 or 10 or 12 hour shifts and you're swapping over from one crew to another crew, like we ended up just emailing stats from the previous one to the next team so that they can find out how much, you know, like what's what do you call it, what levels needed to be maintained in terms of output per hour or over that session. And it was really messy, right? It was really messy. It was the same document edited and sent again. Like there was no real tracking of it. We had times where it was like, oh, I didn't get the email, or can you send the email, or got problems with the email. Something like this that has that integrated in it to be able to send them kind of documents, but also at the same time keep up with the team and kind of reinforce, like, are you on shift tonight? Are you working? Are you in at the moment? At a glance, something like this is absolutely perfect. I love the name of it as well. Crew app. Perfect. Messaging and announcements, team scheduling, employment, engagement. Show team members that are valued by giving and receiving gold stars. I think that's really, really cool. I think if you got a team of people, like something like this is absolutely perfect. Final one today is Lumio or Lumo Delivery. We are creating the future of the delivery workforce. Look at this thing from Segway. You put the food in there, or like the parcels in there. This thing can like travel through a foyer, go up in a lift, go up to an actual door. You could probably end up like getting stuff delivered to your hotel room, like by this thing. Just in time delivery. Our services will revolutionize the delivery industry, making last mile delivery more efficient, reliable, simplistic, and fun. It's crazy to think that these things, these like R2 units, are just going to be like traveling around like our streets and hallways, and we'll just like take to it. We'll just take to it like normal, like it's not weird in any way. That's the top 10 for today. This is what the website looks like as of October 2018. All the hunts are on the right hand side. When you click through, it appears on the left. When you click on the white button, it takes you through to the hunt. You can fill this form in, put the title, description, up to a 5 meg GIF file in there. Put in some tags, hit post, goes to the Steam blockchain under your account you're logged in with, but it also goes onto the Steam Hunt website where it potentially could be upvoted. I want to wish you a really good weekend. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great Friday, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.
Prepare the path of esteem.
Smell of steam.
Stumnassie, wat is een stumnassie? Stumnassie.
Why shouldn't the guy let off a little steam?
The steam!